G'day ladies and gentlemen, Chief Boschke here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Earthrise Cliffjumper. How's it going everyone, Chief Boschke here with another Transformers review. Today I'm reviewing the Earthrise War for Cybertron Trilogy Cliffjumper, which is actually not my first War for Cybertron Trilogy figure, but I decided to review this one first because he is one of my favourites. Before we get into it, let's take a quick look at the box. Typical War for Cybertron Trilogy Earthrise packaging, and Siege is pretty much the same. A nice illustration on the side here of Cliffjumper, Deluxe class, also Voyager class, Scout class actually. Earthrise, War for Cybertron Trilogy, Cliffjumper, Transformers Generations, Hasbro A+, Generations to Karatomi. On the bottom, nothing. On the side, you have your typical photo of a bunch of different characters. Earthrise, War for Cybertron, Authentic Transformers. On the top, there's a window with Galvatron just flying. And on the back, you have your obligatory product shots. He transforms in 18 steps. All that good stuff. There is a backdrop in there, although it's not technically made to be a backdrop, so I just leave it in there. And there's a little reveal the shield sort of thing in there that I don't really care about. But anyway, that's all for the box. Very nice design. I like the shape. It's pretty cool. Anyway. Here is his instructions, just typical banner instructions, showing off his weapons and his transformation and his weapon storage. It does come with a weapon. Here is his weapon. I like to call it his glass cannon because that's what he uses in G1. He uses a glass cannon. You have that. It's like a rocket launcher. It's very, very nice. Some nice details on there. This can store in his robot mode, in his vehicle mode in many different ways, and I will get to that in a minute. But before that, let's get on to the figure itself. Here we have Deluxe / Scout class Cliffjumper. Now, why do you say Scout class, Chief? It's because he is half the size of the other Deluxe class figures. This guy is tiny. And that's even though the Deluxe class figures are Studio Series. You got a Studio Series Deluxe class, Wheeljack, Sideswipe, and Hound are all the exact same size. They're all the same size as you get with Deluxe class Bumblebee, or from Studio Series, or Studio Series Deluxe class Soundwave. But this guy is half the size of all of them, and his vehicle mode is tiny. But this has to be one of my favourite Earthrise and Siege from the whole War for Cybertron Trilogy figures ever. People are really angry that they're paying for this smaller figure for a Deluxe class, at a Deluxe class price point, even though he is so much smaller. I'm personally not worried because this figure is just so bloody good. But yeah, getting in close here. On the details, you get your grille with your lights at the front. You got an Autobot logo though there. Don't like the Autobot logo. I will get into that later when we get to our robot mode. You have air vents on the top for air intake. Very nice. On the back you have some silver for the exhaust and lights. Lights not picked out in anything, but you can paint that. Now, one thing that I don't like about this figure, however, is you have blue translucent windows on the front, and on the back it's black. Not see-through at all, that is painted black. Of course, fix that with a Sharpie or a marker. Just hit that with some black marker, which is probably what I'm going to do, and just have it all tinted out. Make it a bit nicer. Nice silver on the wheels. Now, if you've seen Lazy Eyebrows review, in there are brake pads. Now, I'm probably not going to do it. Not going to show it off because if I do, I'd be freaking out for half an hour. But there is that extra detail in there that is much appreciated. You can't really see it from here you can see a little bit in there. That's just about all. On the bottom, nice and clean undercarriage. You got your hands there and your legs there, but otherwise it's really nice. Panels, not too bad, I can ignore it. This vehicle mode just is so nice. For comparison, here he is with actually a Masterpiece cassette. This is Rumble, or Frenzy. Well, he is Frenzy, but Rumble from Masterpiece. That. Here he is with War for Cybertron Optimus, or Fall of Cybertron Optimus. We have those two together. And here he is with Studio Series Bumblebee. That. And last but not least, here he is with another all for comparisons. As I said, this guy is extremely small, and as I also said, this can store on his vehicle mode. Now, it all comes apart. This bipod comes off, the front of the gun comes off, midsection of the gun comes off, and the end comes off. Now, to store it on his vehicle mode, you want to split this open like that, and that peg will go into that slot there, like that. And these two pegs on the other side will plug in to those pegs there, where the hands are. Just like that. Now by itself, it doesn't work because now it is further down than the wheels, but there is a meaning to all this. With this, there is a slot there, and a tab underneath the car. Put that there. Same on the other side. Put that there. Plug that there. And these bipods go, this tab here will plug to the underside of the wheel. Like that. And now you have skis. From that one singular episode in G1 where he had skis on his wheels. And this is apparently, well, this isn't a rare thing with Cliffjumper figures. With a lot of the third-party G1 Cliffjumper figures as well, he actually comes with skis. So apparently it was bigger than I thought. But you can do this. That's not the only way to store it on, though. If you unplug him all like that. Putting it back together again. Like that there. That there. But this time putting these in the middle. Just like that. And just like that. Rotating this off to the side. You can plug it into this tab there. That slot there. Now you have a big gun on top of a little car. And the proportions are weird. It doesn't work. That swivels around actually. But yeah, you can do it. You can just pivot like that. But there you have that. Not really means much to me because it doesn't look right. But anyway, on to transformation. Now this transformation does include parts forming. If you don't like parts forming, then you are a child. First, you want to come to the back here and untab the whole back section. Using your nails, you want to just slide the hands off these pegs on the back. Now you get this whole back section off. You want to flip up this tab in here, like that, and put that off to the side. Now come to here. You want to untab all the front there, just loosening up all the tabs. Untabbing it like that. Bring these down and around and away. Bring these doors outwards like that. Now try pop these to the side a bit and rotating them on this big hinge in here, move them out. Folding these arms back up, swiveling the waist like that. Going to the feet, you want to fold the wheel into the back and fold the foot down. Now there's a tab just there. You want to make it go in between the wheel. It's like that. Do the same here. In between the rim spokes. Like that. Now you want to bring the arms down and rotate them like that, at the elbow, down, out like that. Now you want to unclip the front and fold this down. Now, technically you have Cliffjumper finished. But, what does this do? Via this black peg here, it goes on the back there like that. Is facing up, and that gives him a little backpack, which is somewhat accurate, and I like it. And here you have Cliffjumper in his robot mode, and he's fantastic. I love this guy. He's tiny, but I love him so much. Straight up, you can see my nitpick with the Autobot logo. There's none. They put it on the bonnet of the car, but not on the roof. Now, of course, if this was on the right way up, and he transformed into vehicle mode, there would be 2 Autobot logos, and one of them on the roof would be the wrong way round. But of course, we are not new to robot faction logos being the wrong way around on Transformers figures. It's been a thing that happens for a long time, so we can kind of get around with it. So a repro label on there would be good, and probably the nail polish remover would take the other logo off. And just like I got that idea from Lazy Eyebrow, actually. He did it pretty well. But here we have Cliffjumper in his robot mode, and he definitely stands out in all the other Earthrise and Siege figures, which I will have displayed together. He is very, very fantastic. I love the bonnet feet. I love the head sculpt. The head sculpt is amazing. That nice blue and silver and red. Tons of details, but they're not picked out, which is unfortunate. But it is, I think they've done pretty well, and they've done it accurately. Not all the details were picked out in different colours. Bringing in his weapon, untabbing these, and plugging them onto the front again. Like they should. Like a bipod, wrong way. Just like that. There are multiple ways you can put this on. You can put it on like it shows in the pictures, and that is with this back peg plugging into his arm. You can have it displayed like that, or you can have him displayed if you rotate this to the side and this to the side too. You can have him holding it up the front. And I like this a bit better. I think it looks a bit nicer. Bit more evenly spread out. Bit more evenly spread throughout the figure. But you can see right now that I love this figure a lot. It's definitely one of my favourite figures of 2020 so far. Very, very nice. All around. Like that. But, for comparison, moving him off to the side, here he is next to Frenzy. And as I said, this guy is tiny. Look at that. Frenzy is almost up to his shoulder. Here he is next to War for Cybertron Prime. A proper deluxe class figure, by the way. Yeah, that. And here he is with Bumblebee, who is also a proper deluxe. And look at the... And look at the size difference between these two. Almost half the height of Bumblebee. And still, he's small, but he's still one of my favourite figures that I own so far. There is a gimmick you can do, and that is with the backpack. You can use it as a shield or sorts. There are multiple tabs. You can tab it into his arm or into his hand. You put the black tab, you can put it onto there if you wish. Have him holding it like that. Then you can put a blaster effect onto there and pretend something's hitting it. I don't have any blaster effects at the moment. I don't know how you get them. it's like, I'm pretty sure it doesn't come with leader class, because I have 2 leader class Siege. I have a leader class Siege and leader class Earthrise, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't come with them. So I don't know, I'm waiting for one to turn up at some point. But you can store this on his arm at some point. There are there are even tabs on the bottom of his feet. I don't even know why they're there. They're just everywhere. They're like, these are friggin' mech tech again, all over again, all with the 5mm joints. You can give him Studio Series weapons, and you can give his weapons to Studio Series figures. I do love the compatibility. You never run out of weapons. But that's all for this little figure. Now let's get on to posability. Isn't much posability in the head. He can look up that far, not down at all. He's got a 360. It's a very tight and small ball joint. He's got a full 360 at the shoulder. His arm can move out that far. He's got a massive range of movement at the elbow, full 180 radius, like that. He's got a swivel at the wrist. He's got a full 360 waist swivel. He's got a kick of that far. He can kick back that far. He's got a beautiful spread. He's got knee bend. Nothing up and down at the foot, but he's got a very nice pivot, which is very important. But that's about all for this figure. Definitely would recommend, if you're gonna start collecting Earthrise and Siege, this is definitely a figure you need, because this guy you can put him in your pocket. You're going somewhere, you put him in your pocket. This guy's tiny. He's beautiful and he's tiny. I would definitely recommend you get this figure. Deluxe class price point, worth it, 100%. People who are complaining about it don't know what you're talking about. This guy is amazing. Definitely go pick him up if you want to. And I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash that like button and share it with your friends. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.